So, good day everyone. Here I present to you our topic, the common monomial factor. This is very common to us and it's easy to solve. So, without further ado, let's begin our first given example. So, 3x plus 3y. So, that's our first example. So let's try to solve it. So first thing to do is get our GCF. So we must see the both of each term. So what is the GCF of our first term and second term? That is 3. So, and our variable, so it has no GCF. So let's proceed. So next step, prepare a one parenthesis. Then next is just divide it by our common monomial factor. So our first term, so 3x, so 3 divided by 3. So here, ito yun. Just divide. So 3 divided 3, that is 1. Then our x variable, so x, so just copy the variable because it has no variable in our common monomial factor. So just copy x. Then our second term is copy y. So that's easy. So let's try another example. Number 2. For number 2, we have 12x minus 16x to the power of 6. So let's try to solve our number 2 given example, which is the given 12x cubed minus 16x to the power of 6. So first thing to do, get their GCF. So 12 and 16, their GCF is simply 4. So next, their variable, it has the same variable. So what are their GCF? So in variable, their GCF will be the least common exponent. So where are the least common exponent of the second term and the first term? So in our problem number 2, the least exponent is the x squared, because our second term is x to the power of 6. So we write x cubed here because it has a less exponent. So next, prepare one parenthesis. Then in here, divide our first term by our common monomial factor. So 12 divided by 4. So 12 divided 4 That's simply 3. Then x to the power of 3 divided by x to the power of 3. So in variable, guys, we have to subtract them. So subtract their exponent. So 3 minus 3, so that will give us 1. So let's not put into 1 here. And in our number 1, let's just erase the 1 because so next, negative 16 x negative 16 divided by 4, that is simply 4. In our x variable, so x to the power of 6 divided by 3. So enroll that our, as we remember that if variable, we must subtract them. So x, their exponent, so 6 minus 3, 3 minus 6, that is x cubed. So how simple is that? So let's try another example for number 3. So for number 3, we have 9x cubed y to the power of 4 z to the power of 8 minus 27 x and y to the power of 3 z to the power of 4. So here, guys, what is the first tip to do? Just get the GCF. So in our coefficient 9 and 27, their GCF is simply 9. So next, our x variable. So what is the less exponent? Our first term or our second term? So our second term, that is x. So just copy x. Then our y variable. What is the less exponent? That is y cubed. Then our z variable, the less exponent, that is z to the power of 4. Then prepare parentheses. So next step, just divide the coefficient. So our first term and our second term. So first term first. So 9 divided by 9, that is simply 1. Then our variable x divided by x squared divided by x. So as remember that if variable, just subtract, so their exponent. So in here it has a visible 1, so 1 minus 2, that is x1. So remember, guys, that you can, if 1 is our exponent, it is necessary to write the number 1. So just simply x. So next, the y variable. So our y variable, so 3 minus 4, that will give us y1. So no need to write the 1 here because it has a visible 1. So and z variable. So z to the power of 4 minus z to the power of 8, that is z 4. So copy the sign. Then next, the second term. So 27 divided by 9, that's simply 3. So next, x in our x variable. So the x has a 1 here. So x to the power of 1 minus x to the power of 1, that is simply x. So it can be crushed out, so no need to write down. So y cube minus y cube, that is 0. So let's proceed in z variable. So z to the power of 4 minus z to the power of 4, that is 0. So no need to write. So therefore, our problem for number 3 is simply as a factored form of 9x y cube and z to the power of 4 times x y z to the power of 4 minus 3. So therefore, this will now be our final